All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Ethan Hahn Plus One podcast, episode 10.
You know, can you just stop for 2 seconds?
I
just have just one
this,
quick thing.
This wasn't part of the bit.
Just one quick thing to say.
Okay, yeah, sure. This is okay.
I just want to start off by saying that all lives matter.
Get a little closer to the mic. What were you saying?
I want to start off by saying that all lives matter. All for it. All lives matter.
You know, he kind of has a point though, if you're being honest or whatever.
All lives matter?
Yeah, and
every single lives, including white lives.
Exactly. And I'm sick of the debates. I'm sick of the little arguing and hustle and bustle. People have certain opinions they want to add on.
So you're against BLM?
Yeah. Yo. Yeah. All right. That was pretty funny.
I'm serious.
You're this is a joke. This is a joke, right? Yeah. It's funny.
In life, I don't play.
This is
psych out. All right. Calm down, black people, don't kill me.
All right, let me just give everyone.
Relax.
Matt wanted everyone calm down. If anything, that'll give you a quick little peek at what you're about to experience during this episode.
Yeah, big warning. Like I need
jokes.
you, Ethan. I need you to put like big warning, like
There's
on
gonna
the video.
be. I need a big. Yeah, I'm gonna put a big sign right here. These two are some clowns, but in the good way. And literally, we are about to go into some funny shit. Anything's gonna be said here. Everyone, Matthew Doe is here. And Ahmed Aldua making his return as a co-host.
Yo.
And so Matt had that idea for a little bit, all lives matter and stuff like that. Why not punch the little sensitive nerves that people have?
Obviously, all lives don't matter. Obviously.
I mean, technically, all lives matter when
Get closer to the mic.
All lives matter when Black lives matter.
That's
yeah,
right.
man. Oh wow, we're really getting into it.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So again, I'll have the intro play there. Matthew Doe is here, everybody. Matt, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Just keeping my head up. I can't call it. I'm just, vibing out. Trying to get through school. Trying to get through, the caveats of things.
The caveats of things.
Just trying to create a better life for me and my kinfold. Me and my kinfold.
Matt's been going to the gym, guys. Planet Fitness, from what he tells us.
Yes.
What do you do at the gym these days?
I'm just trying to lose weight. No bodybuilding.
No bodybuilding.
None of that.
You doing cardio?
All cardio.
All cardio. You on the treadmill then?
All treadmill.
How long are you on the treadmill for?
2 hours.
You're lying right now. 2 hours on the treadmill?
And not like running, like
walking, jogging.
Sprinting. Mainly
We'll be walking.
Mainly
We'll start going to the gym because I started pinching his titties or whatever.
Oh, do you go with him?
No.
Oh.
mainly
I don't go to the gym.
Mainly walking.
Mainly walking?
And then running every so often.
Yeah.
And then somebody like
how many miles is that you get to?
2 5Ks.
2 5Ks. That's good. Wow.
Yeah.
So a 10K.
Yeah.
A 10K.
Yeah.
He said 2
Oh,
5Ks.
you can say 10K?
Yeah, you can say 10K. It's 6 miles.
Yeah.
I was like
Those are
low-key
races.
confused. I was like, okay, let me add that up real quick.
Oh, that's funny.
10K.
Well, okay. Med has a list here.
We should actually just get started with
Let's just
cancel
get started.
culture.
Listen,
Cancel culture.
Oh, okay. I actually found a good way to bring this up, and I think it's a good way to get you involved. Did you see the news on about Mandalorian?
I saw that exactly.
You saw that too. Gina Carano, the actress that plays Cara Dune.
Cara Dune.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
All right. So cancel culture, in general, how do we feel about it first? Initial thoughts on cancel culture. Med, go.
It really depends on.
Get closer again. Yeah.
Bro. I'm sorry. It really depends on how you're getting canceled. For example,
Sure.
there's no reason why you should be getting canceled for the littlest thing or whatsoever, because that stuff really ruins people's lives, and especially because we let social media nowadays dictate what the hell's gonna happen with everything now. So if I say the wrong thing, if I take the wrong step on the internet or whatever, I literally don't have a career. They're gonna come after my job. They're gonna come after my school. They're gonna come after this, and the third. So that's the thing that's so scary. And I feel I'm stuttering. I feel as though there is certain things that are considerable for being
I think it
canceled.
definitely depends
For sure,
on
for
the
sure.
situation,
Yeah,
but some of
like-
them are very unnecessary in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Very unnecessary.
Especially like some things are just like age related. Like you might be just like a young dickhead or whatever, and like you messed up, you made a mistake.
Yeah.
So who are we to say that people don't make mistakes at the end of the
Yeah,
day?
Yeah.
Another thing or whatever is like, like you just made, like, well, I said the age thing, I said the mistake or whatever. Like you just don't know how, like, you might F around and like do the wrong thing for like once or whatever. And now like you have to live that with the rest of your life because
Right.
somebody on social media was like, da 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 da, like this isn't getting enough da 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 da, and let's cancel them. Like frick it, like you know.
Yeah.
What's sad, I think social media is what made it more prominent too. Because
I
I think a lot of people had, of course. I mean, what's a shame is it's someone just expressing their opinion on a certain thing.
Right.
And part of me is like, why should we ruin someone's career over that shit? You
Yeah.
know. And
Racism is worthy of getting canceled or whatever. So like if somebody says something
100%.
racist on purpose
yes,
or whatever,
yes, I agree.
then we could cancel them. But like
Yeah.
I know there's like instances where some people are ignorant.
I will say that there's a specific situation that always pops in my head where it was essentially, it was kind of, I don't, he wasn't fully canceled, but it was essentially cancel culture, the Kevin Hart situation,
Yep.
where his tweets were dug up from 2011 to make sure he couldn't host the Oscars.
Homosexual tweets, right?
Something the tweet essentially was my son better not have something like don't like it's not accurate, but my son better not have a dollhouse or else
Exactly.
he's gonna be gay or some shit like that.
Homophobia.
And listen,
Is that
okay,
really homophobia though?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, it was like
pretty
him.
much-
It
it
was
is.
I
It
don't-
is.
I don't know because like here's the thing where like people like keep on misconstruing.
Well, here's
or
the thing.
whatever. They-
Even if he
there's a-
wasn't, he made a joke, but he needs to see how that looks. You
Okay,
know?
you can see how it looks or whatever, but in a
Yeah.
serious serious context, people need to understand that like, there's nothing wrong with being masculine as long as you're not putting down femininity
Sure.
or whatever.
Now
So,
hold on though. I'll let you finish. But what I was thinking of in regards to Kevin Hart, right? You could look at it like this. At the end of the day, Kevin Hart's a comedian, and comedy is subjective, right?
Very.
And he
Oh,
could be,
yeah.
Very.
Oh,
he could be serious just as much as he's joking, but that's his job to make people laugh, and I think that was his intent.
Yeah.
hurt people's
How do
feelings.
you?
He even said that though. He apologized, like,
Right.
because he would. I mean, I think everyone does too. I mean, I would know out of anybody, the people that know me, especially you guys that know me. Sometimes for comedy, you'll go in places that you really shouldn't.
Dark humor.
Just
Dark
for
humor.
a joke. Dark humor.
Easy.
You'll
The
go
Best
for
humor.
dark humor, man.
Easy.
And I've definitely tried to tell myself to ease it up a bit the more I grow up. But sometimes it's just like it's fun.
It's
right
still
there.
funny,
It's
man.
right
But now-
there.
I'm
See-
sorry if anyone gets offended by that, but it's still
Ethan,
funny
it's
shit.
just right
Right.
there.
It's just
so,
right
like,
there.
why
If it's
not
there,
just
it's
take
there.
it?
I'm sorry.
Now see, here's where things get sort of like the lines are very much
Sure.
blurred, and you can look at it like this, like,
Sure.
I can decide. I don't like you making jokes about gay people, about homosexuality, right? I can decide that that's not right, right? But if you can look at it like this: if you decide, right, that it's not funny to make fun of gay people,
Okay.
then really nothing can be funny. Everything's off limits to you because
Exactly.
what if I feel like, oh, you can't laugh at black people,
Yeah.
you can't laugh at
Then what is allowed?
yeah, then
what
what's
the
allowed?
fuck is allowed?
What's
Let me
allowed if
cut in real
that's not
quick.
allowed?
Let me
Right.
cut in real quick. It's just so weird when people want to decide when to pick and choose what
Exactly.
is funny.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect way to put it down.
Yes,
because
yes.
People always want to be like,
Exactly.
well, we're not going to talk about this because this hurts my feelings. But look at that terrorist 9/11. This and the third.
Exactly.
Or whatever. Like,
Sure.
Exactly.
Or like, especially like with COVID going on or whatever. I seen a stat or whatever that said that Asian hate crimes has risen up since COVID
There's been a
to
lot.
1900%. Risen up 1900%.
A lot of
That's
Asian
insane, bro.
Americans are fucking getting it right now.
It's
Bro,
bad.
imagine
It's
if you were
bad.
in
Lot of
high
that.
school right now that was going on,
fucked
bro.
up, dude.
That would
Hey,
be
like,
crazy.
yo, look at this Wuhan motherfucker.
Yo, like, no, seriously.
No, it'd be fucked
You
up.
know, when
man.
I was in high school, I think the main energy that was around 2015, 2016
Yeah, sure.
was Ebola.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God.
There we go. Yeah.
Me being Liberian, I caught a lot of heat for that. You know?
Yeah.
And for the most part, it was joking. But even some teachers had to throw in a couple of jokes just to salt the pepper a little bit.
You had teachers make the jokes.
He would give me the
Shut
little.
the fuck up.
I swear to God.
I'm gonna cut his name out, but just curiosity. What? Let's think.
And it wasn't anything
name,
crazy.
Mr. Bruce. Why would Mr. What was the joke Mr. Bruce said? if
It
you
wasn't
remember
actually.
it?
It wasn't even really like a joke, but it was a little corner eye, like
Yeah.
like it was.
You
like,
got it, don't you?
Because he knew that I was Liberian, so it was like
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it was like
sure.
Got you. But it was like at the end of the day, it was definitely the thing where it's like I couldn't stay away from it. You know, it was like,
Of course.
it was like you're in school, you're getting these jokes left and right, and it's funny, but it's like, dang, because people are really dying. But you get it. But just be ready for my jokes come about any serious things that's going on.
Yeah.
Just be ready for my heat. You know what I mean? And that's how you go into the whole comedy subjective type thing.
And that's
because I'm
when-
okay with that.
And that's when when we go back to dark humor, it's right there.
It's
Just
there.
take it, yo.
It's there.
It's right there.
Yeah, exactly. It's a shame because sometimes you do got to look around the room and see who's in the room though.
Yeah.
Because it's like
definitely.
shit.
Because you don't want to go too far.
Yeah.
And in the case of Gina Carano.
So okay, kind of going back to her situation.
Did she say it as a joke? Or?
So
No, it was not a joke.
Here's
It wasn't
what-
a joke,
Well,
right?
here's what she was saying. It was
Anti-Semitic
she was
comments.
tweeting pics, like very offensive pictures.
I didn't know
I saw a few pictures. She was essentially anti-mask. She was making fun of people wearing masks, over all that
That's
stuff.
tough.
And she was hardcore. She's a hardcore right supporter. And here's
What do you mean
now.
by right supporter?
Like Trump supporter,
Yeah. Okay,
Republican.
okay.
And here's my thing. That's just a layer of that Sunday, that fuck Sunday she was making.
Yeah.
That layer of it, which is pretty thick, of her being on a Trump supporting side, a Republican side, and people getting offended about that and wanting her out of the Star Wars industry and stuff like that.
Right.
I think that is the dumbest shit ever. Why? For me, a person should not lose their career over their political views.
So wait, she was canceled because basically she's a Republican fan, or she supports Republicans.
She would always tweet stuff like voter fraud.
Yeah.
It was stolen. Biden wasn't shit, and Trump all the way. This pretty much she was one of those voter fraud and stuff
yeah,
like that, and
yeah.
people were getting offended by it. But here's my thing: it's her opinion.
It's her opinion.
Listen. I know people that I have a lot of friends that are Trump supporters, Republicans.
Right.
We all respect each other, you
Yeah.
know. Why the
It's about
fuck did we?
respect at
Why
the
did
end
she
of the
have to
day.
lose her career over a part? Well, it is part of the puzzle why she lost it.
Right.
She was tweeting a lot of shit, but also she knew that people were mad at her too. So she should have toned it the fuck down.
Yeah.
At least if you wanted to keep your fucking career.
But
But
you have to be respectful at the end of the day.
you do have to be respectful. That's the thing too.
And I look at it like this, it's definitely.
I'm like, yeah.
because Disney and Lucasfilm fired her, right?
Yeah.
So you can look at it like, all right, they're showing their political views and what they think is the right way to approach things in regards to how people may feel in a grand spectrum,
Yeah.
right? So across the board, kind of generalizing what is supposed to be accepted. But basically, Disney's saying it's okay to be a Democrat. It's awesome to be a Democrat and be liberal, but it's not okay to be a Trump supporter and be Republican because that's not what people want right now because it's unattractive. But you can also look at it wait, but why is that okay?
Morally, it's wrong.
That's her point of view.
100%.
Even if people have an opinion about it, what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
She's not necessarily saying anything wrong.
Social media was the biggest player in this.
Right.
It pressured Lucasfilm to get rid of her. And it's a fucking shame that happened.
Yeah.
It
There's a lot of hypocrisy going on for sure.
There is.
There's a lot
There
of-
is.
Even with Nick Cannon when he
Exactly,
got
yeah.
kicked off of
Wild 'N Out.
and stuff like that. When
What
he
was
had
the big thing behind that? I didn't know too much.
supposedly he's
Anti-Semitic
same
comments,
thing,
right?
same thing with anti-Semitic, where he said basically oh, Jewish people run America, this and a third. Jewish people do this and that. And a lot of people really took offense to that. They even were to the point where you're off. And you're not even going to get royalties from the show that you started.
Oh shit!
That's
really? That is
Mind you,
fucked. That's big fuck.
He is the person that literally made Wild 'N Out.
Sure,
They
yeah.
offer, and shout out to the people of the Wild 'N Out cast because
Keeping it alive
so
and whatnot.
many people were offered Nick Cannon's job in his place or whatsoever, and
Sure.
so it could be you could be the next Nick Cannon,
Yeah,
since he's
Crazy.
here no more. They were like, nah, I'm not even going to do the show if he ain't going to be on there. This and that.
Yeah.
So
and the amount of pressure because all this support and they still won't take him back.
no, actually, he just crazy thing
crazy.
is he just actually made a contract deal and he's back on Wild 'N Out.
Hey,
Oh, he's
awesome.
back. That's great.
Yeah.
See,
God bless. That's awesome. That's awesome.
But why did it have to happen in the first place? Now
Let's
it's just
say
now it just
he
looks
was
stupid
ignorant.
on their part. Looks stupid on their
He
part.
was ignorant.
Yeah.
I'm stuttering. He was ignorant or whatever. Now he could. I'm not saying he can't have opinions about this certain group or whatever, but I think you need to understand especially when you're in a spotlight like that whatsoever. You need to keep in mind these people are listening or whatever.
That's I think in the industry that they're in, the business that they're in,
Yeah.
being famous and having so many followers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Again, I think everyone should have a right to express their opinion.
Right.
But I think when you're in that business, just know okay, you can do that.
Yeah.
But be prepared that you're gonna
For the
get yourself
consequences.
fucked over
Yeah.
because a lot of people look up to you. A lot
Yeah.
of people respect you.
Exactly.
And you got lots of followers. And every celebrity has its haters. And those haters are going to eat that shit up if you fucking...
They're just waiting for the opportunity.
They're
to be
waiting
like,
for
yeah,
it.
I'm right there.
You gotta ask yourself, really, right, as a celebrity, especially as somebody that people look up to, whether it's
Yeah.
Nick Cannon or Gina Carano or anybody that matter, right? You gotta ask yourself: are my political views, or my personal views about whatever topic important enough for me to say? Because you don't get any reward, you don't get any benefit for saying it. You
Sure.
might have people supporting you, you might get likes and comments, but it's not gonna. There's no financial gain. And is that worth losing your job?
Exactly. Right.
Is that
it
worth losing your
Yeah.
income? I mean, these guys. I mean, Gina Carano was a UFC fighter before she started Star Wars. No disrespect, I can imagine she was making more money off being off Star Wars as opposed to the UFC.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like,
she had a good fucking gig and she blew it.
right.
You were in Star Wars, bitch.
And it's like this.
What
it's
the
like
fuck?
Star Wars sucks.
she's making.
Oh, we're gonna get into that.
She's making anti-Semitic comments about Jews and her viewpoints on how Nazis treated Jews back during times World War II times, Holocaust times, and it's like, but you weren't.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think she was comparing Republicans as being treated like Jews, like the Jews. I think that's I think that's exactly. I think that's essentially what she was.
I didn't
going
really
for.
look like too much into it.
Because
But
I kind
mean,
of saw she posted a picture about
She
Jews.
was saying basically like Democrats were like the Nazis and
she was
and
comparing it that
Republicans
way,
or
and
like the Jews at this point or whatsoever. It's like,
and that's where you see that's where
I think Lucasfilm just had their hands tied at that point. It's like, listen, we want to keep you, but what the fuck are you posting?
You know, you have to when it comes and people, a lot of people don't realize this. I feel like when it comes to political views, people don't realize that, there's emotion and there's irrational, rational thinking, and there's political views. This is not 30 or 40 years ago where those lines are kind of split. No, they're two in the same thing. Or they're one in the same thing. Where it's, if you talk about something, just know that it's gonna strike somebody the wrong way because it leads to other topics, it leads to other conversations, and you putting your opinion into something only means that you might feel some type of way about something else, and that's what gets to people. That's what makes people feel some type of way. It's always this internal feeling of, oh, this person supports Republicans, so they must feel like that, and that makes me feel a certain type of way. You have to be careful about that because it could lead to situations like Gina Carano.
I've read after this topic. Let's lighten things up a bit. We have beer. Me and Matt here. Oh. I stole this from Dad. He didn't look too happy. I was like, hey, can we get this beer? So real quick, Matt has a fun little party trick. You can open beer. This? You can open beer with put this on your Instagram or something. So hang on.
Instagram, bro.
So everybody, this is Matt's Instagram. Matt is gonna open this beer with his teeth. Go for it, Matt. Yeah.
Don't spill it on.
Kids, don't try this at home. And brush your teeth. Oh my god. See?
Fascinating.
That's kind of crazy.
Like I said, don't try this at home because I don't want anybody suing me. Oh, he did this. My son did this. And none of that.
Yo, you see the lady who put the Gorilla Glue in her hair?
Oh, I did see it. Oh, hold on. What a dumb bitch.
What an idiot, bro.
What a dumb bitch.
It's like in 2021.
And what was her goal again? What was her goal with that?
Well, she ran out of her edge control or whatever. And so supposedly, like, she was like, okay, like, I ran out of this. Let me try putting this Gorilla Glue in it. And she just took, like, a glunk of it and just put it in her hair. What a moron, yo. She is a moron. And then there's actually people trying to defend her for this, yo.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's like, okay,
dummy.
You're 12 years old. You're 9 years old, and you took the whole soap bottle and you put it on the floor and you used that as a slip and slide and you got hurt because you fell too hard.
Yeah.
Well, that's the kid's fault. He's gonna know growing up, okay, I'm not gonna make this same mistake again. I learned from the repercussions of my actions or whatever. This was I think she was almost 40 years old.
Grown ass woman.
Grown woman, dog.
Look like she probably had kids too, and like her kids.
I mean, I literally don't even know.
Right,
it's the fact that she is getting. You know what's the craziest part? Before I even continue, tell me why she issued social media apology.
Why did she do that?
There's no reason. She said,
"Listen." Then you went ahead and posted it,
bro. It's like almost like a video of somebody that posts themselves crying or whatever. Like you are not that sad if you got the time to be posting yourself.
She probably,
video.
You know what? She probably low key likes the attention.
No, it is
like,
the attention though. It is the attention.
I got a question for you. We'll get back to that. I got a question for you.
It is the attention.
Both of you guys actually
hit it.
If you can set the camera, just give me a minute.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
If you can set the camera up, all right. If you can set the camera up in your face,
sure.
Oh my god.
Get on IG Live, whatever, Twitter.
Yeah.
And set yourself up to cry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to cut you off. Hurry up.
Are you really that emotional? Like, are you really? Is it? You're acting?
Why would you? People have to look at the video before they post it too. So you're telling me you looked at this video?
So think about that, right?
You looked at this video before you even decided to post it.
Especially when
like you have to get ready.
That was cool.
Yeah.
They'll look at the post, be like, you know what, this is worth. They'll be like, either if they were crying or not, they're looking at it.
You have to.
You're looking at it and you're like, this is post worthy.
Yeah.
People, it's asking for attention.
I don't buy it for 1 second.
No one who posts themselves crying. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't
The only
make
way
sense.
I believe it is
I would never do that.
The only way I think I
would never
believe
do
it,
that.
if you're live and that's going on, maybe. If you're doing an interview, again, not scripted, questions asked, none of that, I'll believe it.
I like what you said there.
Top. Yeah.
If it's live,
Yeah.
and then it happens like 40 minutes into the live.
On a whim, you know.
I mean, you don't even have to put a time limit on it for like.
Again, doesn't you don't have to, but I think on a live it is a little more real.
Yeah.
And you know, who knows? Well, they'll cut it off somehow by that point. Too.
Exactly.
But when people go out of their way to record and then look at the camera, to talk at the camera, and then start crying, and then to go through the uploading process and find a title to title that video.
I don't believe it for 2
seconds.
seconds.
That's so not genuine and fake and like, oh.
You set the camera up.
She said, that is even me to be doing that. Da, 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 da. Listen, we don't even know you.
Come on, like, Shaniqua.
Yo, like it's insane. Like why are you putting Gorilla Glue in your hair?
Shaquisha.
Yo, no, seriously though. Like what made you go into like what process through your mind? Like, okay, I'm just gonna take this Gorilla Glue.
Was she just trying to stick with the style?
Gorilla
Glue?
Ganesha?
No, bro. She ran out of her edge control, which is I think the thing that like literally lays your edges down or whatever. And she just put that instead, and it just stuck. It just stayed there. And she had it for a month. And the craziest part was she didn't even think about taking it out until people on social media just, were like, "Oh, you have the same hairstyle. That junk slick."
Gorilla Ganesha.
Like, I had it for like a month now. That's when she started coming out on social media. Like, yo, I had my hair for a month. I can't get this out.
What is what is your guys' dream and goal life? Like, where do you guys want to end up living wise?
Okay.
Living wise, where do you guys want to end up?
Let me go first.
Go.
I want to be able to, you know.
What's the job that you're gonna be happy with at your end goal, and where is
my
this
end goal, or like,
okay,
where do I see my living situation? Like, what are you asking?
Living situation when you're Let me put it this way: living situation when you're in your late 40s. What's a happy? Like, yes, I'm good. I'm here.
I wanna own a piece of land, and like I wanna be able to like have like one of those like farm areas or whatever. Like I wanna be able to like actually what's the name, like raise like sheep and stuff like that. Like I think that stuff's pretty cool or whatever.
In your country?
No, here.
Oh, just here. Oh, you want to do it here?
What the hell?
I don't know.
No. You're cool.
Yeah.
And I mean,
in Salem Woods.
Yeah,
Salem Woods.
Nah,
Will they allow that? I don't know. Will they allow that?
Nah, they won't.
It's America.
There's like certain zones that you're allowed to farm and like
right.
breed
Okay,
and stuff
sure.
like that in America. But like I want to live like work wise or whatever. I see myself being like either I was like weighing my options. I'm not gonna stop at RN. I'm gonna be like either a nurse practitioner, maybe a nurse anesthesiologist,
okay,
or like a nursing manager. So I manage like a unit. Like
you definitely want to level up. You don't want to be at the same level for the next 30 years.
Because like
sure.
they make good money, but I'm also helping people. You know, so like it's like best of both worlds. All right, I'm done. You can go.
It kind of just set it short. I don't know. I feel like obviously I guess me and you probably have the same feeling still. It's like we're still chasing that dream, man.
That dream,
we're still
man.
Chasing that dream.
To be in the
Hollywood.
movie business, man. Hollywood.
So I really hope the best for y'all.
And again, man, I hope the best for all of us, man.
I truly do,
that's
bro.
why I want these kind of like little stepping stones
right
here, man, just to get it over there. Yeah. That's because Matt. So I want to give everyone some background here. Okay, that's still rolling. Wow. We all know each other from high school. We kind of gave me and Med's history in the podcast he was in, but to kind of give me and Matt's history, you're a grade lower than me.
Yeah, we're supposed to be the same.
We're supposed to be the same. He got held
back in first grade.
Matt's
what an idiot!
Matt got held back.
Somebody didn't do their homework.
I get it. You're dumb.
We met in high school. I was a sophomore. You were a freshman. Which what was your favorite year of high school? First off, let me ask.
Damn, that's senior year.
No, well, you know
favorite
what?
year. I'm just
Senior
curious.
year.
I'm just curious.
Come on, bro. You know better. Senior year, bro.
No,
see, he has to think about it. See,
yeah,
see,
I gotta say,
it's not if he has to think about it. Mine was sophomore
junior
year.
No, junior year kicked my butt, bro.
Mine was anything
year?
goes. Mine was anything goes year.
Your junior year.
Your sophomore
so
year.
Footloose.
Oh, you like the Footloose year?
Footloose
junior
era?
year was my worst year. I put
was-
that shit in the bottom of the trash. I
Bruh.
hate that year.
There
So that was your junior year, right?
My junior
Yeah,
year
well,
was
you didn't like
trash.
it was horrible for
junior
me.
year was trash.
It was
I
the hardest
fucking
year.
hated my
It
junior
was the hardest year of
bro.
high school.
Aside from-
Junior year was the hardest.
Aside from Footloose.
You're-
I,
you were
Footloose is
applying
my
for
least
colleges.
favorite
Was it
musical,
really?
bro. Footloose is my least favorite musical, bro.
Damn.
Fuck that. I didn't like my character. Chuck? No way, dude. I hated my character.
All right, so check it out. So like
You like junior year?
junior year was like
Oh, no, you liked your sophomore year.
my sophomore year, your junior
yeah,
year.
yeah.
There was so much drama, and it was just
yeah,
so
sure.
funny.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just funny. It was just so much going on, and every day was an edge on the seat movie theater type. Like,
definitely.
yo, what's gonna happen today? Yo,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Yo, who's about to spaz out today? Like, there were so many little situations where I was like, yo, that was popcorn worthy, bro.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
I remember, like, yo,
those are
shout
always
out,
the best times in high school too. Yeah.
shout out Domchick.
Shout out to Domchick. We'll say his name.
shout out Domchick.
Our band teacher Domchick.
Band director,
man.
Mr.
One of
Domchick.
the
My
best.
favorite-
One of the
Morocco.
best, man.
My favorite teacher, Domchick. I'm not gonna go into detail with the story, but long story short, at the end of this little story I have, Domchick is like screaming at like people I won't name.
in class. In class.
Oh yeah, in class, in the
Sure,
band room.
Sure, yeah, those are the best.
Me-
Public school was the best experience.
We were coming off stage.
Yeah.
We were coming off stage, going towards the room. I think this is like the halfway
Was
of
this
the
at
show.
the rehearsal?
No, this is during the show.
Oh, during the
This is
show.
during the show, and we're approaching the band room. And you might know the story. I'm not gonna name names, but like we approached the thing, and Domchick's
Was
like,
this when there was drama with the stage crew?
Yeah.
Oh,
so long story short,
I wish I knew you.
Oh shit!
I'm just gonna skip-
no names.
no names.
No names. So hang on. No names.
No names.
But there was a little drama.
A little-
with stage crew not agreeing with each other.
Yeah, a couple
and there was some yelling in the band room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Fast
yeah.
forward, leading up to Domchick being like, hey, what's going on here? Like, and I'm just like,
It was
yo,
during the show, right?
Yes,
Fuck.
yes.
Was that? It wasn't even intermission. I think it was in between like scenes, or well,
like,
maybe it was intermission.
clothing changes.
Clothing
or
changes.
something
Someone
like
was
that.
yelling at each other. Oh god, that was fun. I'm so funny. You remember that?
Moments like that in high school for me
Were the best.
priceless.
We're the best, man.
They were just
So
uncomparable.
me and Matt met in our first show together. Me and Matt are pursuing the dream. We want to pursue the dream of acting. Being in entertainment, in front of the camera, doing our thing.
Thespian.
Anything in entertainment. And we meant anything goes. And I tell Matt this story all the time. My first initial thoughts of him was like, oh, I'm scared. Because
this thug.
because so I want to explain to everyone. I'm a sophomore, and I thought you were older than me when I
Yeah.
first saw you.
Yeah.
And I walked
might
in, and I was already like kind of skeptical. I want to get judged if I audition for this show. So I walk into the chorus class, and then all I see is Matt. Oh, I'm sorry for whoever's listening to the audio podcast. You can't see on the video, but like he was slunched over his chair, and like again, not
He looked mad.
not to
right?
judge. He was in Christiana. I don't give a shit. And you were sitting next to another black kid. I don't know who it was, but I remember I was so scared of Matt. I was like, yo, this kid's gonna fucking.
I hate that.
I
hate the fact that
I was like, yo, Matt's gonna judge. Like, I was like, this kid's gonna judge me. He's gonna laugh at me, yo. Like, why is he? I was like, why is he
The
here?
typical, like Tyrone. Like
Part of me was like, why is he not at like football practice, bro? Like, like
the
why?
fact that he actually played football at one
Yeah.
point.
And I was like, why is this kid here? Why he's gonna make fun of me? But then I did learn, when we went through rehearsals and stuff like that. Matt is, we have a lot in common.
This guy is a personality, right?
He's great. Matt's great. Yeah, and he is not what I thought he was at first. The ghetto thug I thought he was. And yeah,
Oh,
man, that was
man.
crazy, dude. A fun time. I think
Super
Anything
fun.
Goes was my favorite show.
Anything Goes-
So we did Anything Goes. The shows we did together. Anything Goes, Footloose, and The Wiz.
Wiz.
Yeah.
I guess you could say those times are you can't replace those.
They
times.
come and go.
They come and go.
Man. Do you guys ever think like, man, high school? Would you go back? Like, let's say someone gave you another free trial of a year in high school.
I used to say that or whatever,
Would
and
you?
like I'm kind of on the fence because it's like yeah. Imagine if I went back like to like my freshman year. It's like I would know who my friends are already.
Yeah.
Right. I would know like what to do. Like I'm so much smarter than I am my freshman year.
It's
bro.
almost like like.
Well, no,
would you? It's like restarting a game at level 20.
Not even like put me at level 1, bro. Like I'm already gonna know all the combos and stuff like that. Like
Wait, but are you talking-
let me finish. Hold up. And like I feel as though like I'd be able to like start from freshman year,
Mm-hmm.
right, and be able to at least finish the my my what's the name, my semester, or like finish my 4 years of high school with like a
Okay.
4.2 GPA. I feel as though
Really?
I really like I think I could have been like on the what is it called, the valedictorian. Like I
Oh
think,
wow.
You
like,
think so?
You really think you could have kicked it in?
even when I graduated,
Those guys had to
bro,
bust their
I
ass
finished-
to do that shit.
Bro, I finished. Bro, you can get it from the crappiest like school, bro. It's the fact that they put in this time and effort to
Yeah,
like
sure.
get that
Yeah.
4.0, that 4.1 or 2 or whatever
Okay,
the hell
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
But I think if I were to have gotten it or whatever, I think I would have gotten like valedictorian. That was like one of my goals. Even when I graduated high school, I graduated with a 2.1 GPA. I knew that I was one of the smartest people to walk outside that graduation on graduation day.
What, you just didn't try?
Bro, I literally, like, there's like a point where like I had a semester, right? My first semester of high school, my freshman year, I had a 1.4. My first semester. The next semester, I had a 3.8. And that's when I was going hard. Now, imagine, like, I already know the information I know. College is, like, 10 times harder. Like, no, like,
Hell
50,
yeah.
50 times harder than in high school. Like,
Hell
imagine,
yeah.
like, you're already trained for, like, college work. Imagine if I had, like, the brain power and the memory or whatever that I have now going into my freshman year. Bro, they're teaching simple algebra. Y equals mx plus b, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
That's light, bro.
I don't know. I feel
don't
like
know,
I still.
What the fuck does that mean?
I feel like
What the fuck does
It's
that
like a
mean?
linear like line or whatever. Like,
you know,
my
I want to
brain,
be, I want to be, I want to be as respectful as possible. Speaking about high school teachers,
No,
I love her.
We
Nah.
leave names out. We
Everybody-
gotta leave names out. We gotta leave
Oh,
names
okay,
out.
okay.
Everybody hated her, but I loved her.
names.
I loved her.
Here's-
And funny thing is, I actually failed her class, right? My junior year, and
Did she like you?
she loved me.
But you failed it. Fascinating.
Yeah,
she
it's
had
crazy,
favorites. She liked me. I failed every test, but she passed me.
But
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I,
That's what I'm
I
talking
failed.
about,
So,
bro.
dude, it's only because she liked me. I passed.
when I took it the second time, right, I finished with like a 98. Like
Yeah.
as my grade or whatever, but like math is my thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I literally never did the homework. I never studied. I never did anything. I literally was sleeping in class, and like when it was test day,
Sure.
I'm like, I remember I was cheating off of this guy one day, right? One of the like, at this point I was so mad,
Yeah.
or whatever, because I'm like cheating. And like he doesn't notice I'm cheating, but the second he noticed I was cheating off his paper or whatever, like I was literally like making sure, like I was acting like I was looking at the same papers as him or whatever. So like every
Sure.
single thing he was doing, and then at this point he started doing this or whatever, covering his.
It's so snotty. But you know what though? You got to cut him some slack because at least he didn't snitch on you. Maybe who knows? Because
Bro, if he would have tried to snitch on me, I would have been like, no, I'm not.
Let's wait. Can we talk about that?
Like, I wanna fail this test anyway. No, I'm
did y'all
not.
cheat a lot? Y'all cheat a lot?
High school?
Yeah. Y'all cheat a lot?
the only class I remember really cheating in was
Like, would you go as far as looking at someone's paper all the time? Like,
No.
so
No.
pre-calc.
you wouldn't.
So pre-calc.
I had my times.
Shout out-
I was guilty.
Shout out Nico and pre-calc.
Shout out Nico.
Shout
he
out
was
Nico.
he was no. You know what? Shout out Nico, but also like F Nico. At the same time.
Oh my
Do you want
God.
to keep that in? Do you want to? I'll keep that in if you want to keep that in.
Yeah. He'll know. He'll know.
All right, all right.
I love
yeah.
Nico, but like in this moment, I'm about to come at you. So Nico, his
Goodness
situation,
gracious.
he'd be like kind of snotty about like me copying. And I get it. Okay, you
Yeah,
you
sure.
studied.
Study, you stupid idiot.
You don't want me to copy off you. I get that.
Yeah.
So what he would do is right. He would let me cheat once or twice. I guess for sympathy reasons. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, he doesn't get it. Let me help him out.
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
fourth or fifth time. Do it yourself. Like he'd be like,
He's sick of it.
He's sick of it now
He's
because
sick
it's
of it.
like
That's
catch
one
on.
smart mother effer though. I remember
Nico
when he
Nico's
first
smart.
came.
Smart as hell, bro.
When he came to Cristiano or whatever, he should have been valedictorian. The only
For
thing
real?
was the only reason was he came like what
I think
junior year. He came
yeah,
junior year or
yeah.
whatever. So he like comfort and like everybody else.
They're
had the
already too
advantage,
high
'cause They
up.
already had four years
He
or whatever.
came a little bit later. 'Cause
He came later.
He came
He-
from his country.
Greece.
right?
Yeah,
He came
Greece.
from Greece. He came
Yeah.
from
And
Greece.
he was
shout
like-
shout out to people who
we
who
were-
do that.
Yeah,
we were-
that's
literally-
hard.
the
Him
second
and
I got
his sister,
to-
we talked was that his sister or his cousin?
Cousin.
His sister.
Athanasia.
They
No, his
recently-
sister went to school too with us. But I remember, you know what's crazy? I remember when I asked him whatever, because we were in the same math
Who was
class
his
or whatever that I
sister?
failed. And I remember asking him, I'm like, damn, you're good at this stuff. He was like, yeah, I already took this in 8th grade. Mind you, no,
Bruh,
he
it
took it.
was
He was like, I
scary,
took it
bruh.
in like 6th grade or something like that. I'm like, what? What the hell are they teaching you over there, bro?
Yeah,
like, and
yeah.
it made me realize, damn, the American education system.
It's bad, bro.
It's
It's fucked.
Because Nico
disgusting.
used to get like hundreds on every
Fuck,
test.
dude.
He
bro.
already knew the
Easy.
stuff, bro. It was just a rerun, basically. Like, he already knew everything. He was taking, by the time it was the next year, senior year, he was taking like calculus and like trigonometry and stat and whatever. And like, he was like freaking like acing everything. He's like, yeah, I took this before I came here.
I
Like,
wish, yeah. I mean, I just wish they focused on different things when they were teaching us stuff in high school.
I don't know.
Again, I wish they just focused on more important shit. Like, I don't know, like dealing
I didn't need
with
to know English
dealing-
for 4 years straight.
dealing with life.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly that. Like dealing with life later on. Like
A financial assistance class.
I think the biggest thing that we needed to learn was exactly what you just said. Financial assistance.
Yeah.
When it comes to, dealing with taxes.
Yeah.
Or like when you have a job, like I don't know, just
how
like
much you're gonna take,
how much you're
what
gonna
you
take.
expect,
Yeah.
your cut.
Because when we get put in the work,
How to get your tax
when we
return.
get put in the workforce, we're just like dumb to this shit, like with W-2s
or maybe things like all right, like sociology.
I have a funny story.
401k.
We already had psychology. I think Mr.
I never
K.
took psychology in
Did
high
you ever
school.
take psychology? Like Mr.
Who
K
were
was his
the
name.
teachers?
Crows are crazy.
Crazy Candace.
The bald guy?
Yeah,
I did. I did.
So
I
we
did.
had, we had,
Soda?
we,
Whoa.
We
Hang on,
said-
wait.
we I'm sorry, like when you say
hurt
something at the
so
same
bad.
time or whatever, I
Yeah.
said jinx or
I'm
whatever.
just glad that
You
wasn't
got-
full.
You got to
That
punch
would've
him or
spilled,
whatever.
bro.
You have to punch him or whatever.
Well, yeah.
I just didn't expect it. I just didn't
Yeah,
expect
I'm
it.
sorry.
It's all right.
Damn.
But like,
It's
just
all
know
right.
if we say the same thing at the same time, like you get.
I'm not gonna
punched.
punch you.
Or I'm gonna punch
I'm
you.
just so because it's cold too.
fuck just happened?
It's
Like,
so
it's
funny
cold.
though. Like it's.
It's because you
I'm
said
sorry,
the same
like
thing.
it's just
cold.
it's just natural. I do it to my sister even to this day or whatever. Like
Yeah.
punch boogie or oh no,
Men-
that's punch boogie.
Men is actually 6 years old.
It's so
Oh wait,
cold.
no, that's punch boogie. When you
Punch
see
buggy.
I didn't do any of that.
Punch buggy.
No,
I didn't
you
do
You
any
don't
of that.
punch. You don't punch him.
No, you
hang
don't.
on. You don't punch him when you say jinx. You just
No,
say
you're right.
jinx. You owe me a
And you
soda.
That's what I
knock on wood.
thought.
You don't-
You knock
you-
on wood.
you-
You knock on wood.
Well, not
I
even
don't-
that.
No, you
I
knock
don't know
on
any
wood.
of
You
that.
knock on wood.
You punch someone when you see the punch buggy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my fault, bro.
I don't know any of that stuff. I never thought that's like I always.
What
thought,
did you guys even say at the same time? I didn't even catch it.
I don't
Oh,
even know. I didn't even.
I just,
It's just cold.
I
It's
don't
just
even remember.
cold.
so
You can
glad
run
we-
it back.
It's
You
just-
can run. You can
Yeah,
run
I
it
wanna
back.
Run that back. That's gonna be part of the promo clip
It's
now.
just cold. It's cold.
No, when you run it back or whatever, like we said at the same time. As I said it, I heard it in the earphones that he said it at the same time. I'm like, I got him, and it just came naturally. I was gonna knock
He
on
didn't
wood.
even do it the right way.
I was gonna knock on wood or whatever. I'm like, oh my god, this is a plastic table or whatever, and I didn't even think about that or whatever. It's just I was like, I got you.
Yeah.
Fuck it, punch him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
But-
baby boy.
But to get back to the
He's gonna get
To get back
what
to
a
the topic.
transition.
We're so annoyed right now.
to get back to the topic.
I was like, why did he punch me?
But so we're pulling up to a 2-hour mark here, which is great.
Let's
honestly.
keep going.
Well,
Say
yeah,
that.
so I want to
Conversations
let's
are
hit
real.
2 more.
Two more.
I
What?
think you mentioned cloning in there.
Cloning. Yeah, that's one.
We can go to cloning and then Michael Jackson and
I
Bruno
don't.
Mars.
I don't.
Do you want
I don't believe in cloning. I just want to get it straight there.
So-
Well, hang on.
I would say there is scientific. There is
well,
scientific
human cloning,
evidence
human cloning,
So-
human cloning. Because I know they can manipulate DNA,
for like sheep and dogs. And
not sheep, but for like plants and stuff.
Well, here's
they've
the
done
thing.
it with animals though. They've done it with
Not that I know of.
Oh, I
when
thought I
when
saw
the
something.
topic is brought up, okay, the topic of cloning in general.
Mm-hmm.
Let me toss a question out there. Would you guys want to get cloned?
If
while
they-
I'm
if to
alive.
get-
Shit,
to
I wonder,
get that-
what would the benefit be?
Would
you
it
know,
would
to
it
get
be
cloned?
an exact copy of me?
exact copy? Is a clone? yeah.
Like even down to like my thought process and like my religious beliefs.
Oh, that's
and, like,
interesting.
Because what about you could get cloned or whatever, but is that clone gonna have a soul?
Let me put it in. Okay. Let me add some details to this to make
you
it a little
can't
more
you
fun.
can't just add.
Let me make it this a little more fun.
Just add a soul to
Let
anything.
me make this a
or
little more
whatever.
fun then. You
Or
okay?
spirit.
Let's say fucking scientist walks in right now and he's like, "Man, come here. I'm gonna clone you." But here's the catch, right? You're gonna have this human body, functioning body that can blink and everything, but you have to teach it how to do things.
I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna. I'm not
this
gonna
point,
like
you're
waste my
taking
time
care
and
of a
teach anything.
child.
I'm not.
Okay, all right. Okay, let me
You
take
gotta
that.
spice it up a little
Let
bit.
me
bro.
take that out of the equation.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite of you. Do you-
Opposite of me?
Yeah.
Bro,
do you deal
Oh,
with that?
Hell no.
Okay, then. Okay.
Living with me?
Okay, well, hang on then. All right, then. When is cloning a cool thing to you? I'm curious.
When you're in like all out like World War or something like that, you just need more soldiers or something like that.
Maybe if I want to.
That's where you're going with this. What about you?
If I want to become like a criminal and like do a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah, he can do the time.
Yeah. So
That's
like,
tough. That's tough.
you know, I become a criminal. I do what I
That's so
want.
tough.
You would want a clone so you can make him do the time.
Because it's like, I mean, really, if you think about it, let's say
you
say
like
this.
that plant like a C4 in his body, so like
Really-
you just kill him like right.
aside
When he
from-
gets
aside
to
from-
jail.
foam at the mouth.
yeah.
Aside, because it's not really that like far ahead. Aside from the personality aspect, we already have people who are twins. So let's say you have a twin sister, twin brother, right?
And they actually
And
different.
let's say they act exactly like you.
Would you
right?
want to see that though?
What, twin?
Like
twin?
another version of you? Would that freak you out?
I'd love it, low
You would
key.
like-
You know what I wonder sometimes?
Because sometimes I just
Fascinating.
feel like I need somebody to be on my side. I'm always the opposer, man.
You know what I wonder
I
sometimes?
need
though?
a support guy.
Sure,
man.
sure.
The one thing I think about a lot, I think about this a lot, like it's in the back of my head, like subconsciously all the time, right? I wonder
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
would be like. Okay, you see me looking at you, right?
Okay, I like
You
where you're going. I
see
like
me-
where you're going.
You see me looking
I
at
know where he's
you,
about to go.
man. You
I like
see,
this, I like this.
I wonder if you do though. All right,
I like
Look,
this.
You're looking at Ethan, right?
Yeah.
Me and you both know what Ethan looks like.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll never know what you guys see.
Yeah.
I'll never know what you guys see.
Exactly.
Isn't
Bruh.
that interesting?
Bruh.
You'll never know how we see you. Sure.
Exactly.
So like we can look in a mirror. We can see each other's on a
that's not
recording.
enough.
That's not. It will never be enough.
How do
Yeah.
you,
It will
how
never
do,
be
so you're
enough.
basically saying like how do people perceive you? Like how are people like
How is it
like,
to look
what
at
is
me?
my judgment when I
What
look
is
at
it?
you or whatever? How do I see you as a person?
How was I when I was 6? How was I when I was
Yeah,
10? How was
yeah.
I when I was 15?
Yeah,
How
because
was I
at the
when I was
time you're thinking,
22?
oh, I'm always right. Like I'm a 10-year-old or whatever.
What's
like,
fascinating is in
hormones.
the early days, like when they didn't have cameras, or even before mirrors were even a thing.
It was even worse.
No one really knew what they looked like.
Which is
isn't
scary.
Isn't that fascinating?
But
Unless
we
you
do.
looked at
We
some
know what you
water.
look like, but you
Yeah.
don't know what you look like. Oh shit.
I think maybe a good way to put it is we'll probably know 99% of what we actually look like because we can see it through
Yeah.
cameras and mirrors.
Yeah.
But we'll
But
never,
how is it like in real time?
it will
That's the
never it will
question.
never be 100%
Here's a
because
good
we'll
one.
never see. Like
Exactly.
we can take
Here's
our
a good
eyeballs
one.
out and
Yeah.
like see.
Here's a good one. What do you look like when someone's looking at you from behind? Like how are you walking? Like how are you?
Oh,
like,
I always think about that. Yeah, I always think about it. This is kind of like. Do you ever try to like when you're walking and you feel like people are watching you? Ever try to fix your posture?
Fix it a little bit. Don't look so like lazy and so like
yes,
laid back.
yes. Yeah.
Try not to
this
be
guy
duck,
looks sloppy.
Try not to be duck footed. Bro, I do that now. Like I do that now.
I do
Like,
all the time.
I do that now where it's like
do
if
all the
somebody.
I don't personally care about that, but like that's still something to
I'll
think
fix
about. Like,
myself.
yeah, I
No,
wonder
I'll
what,
fix myself.
I've
I wonder
started.
what- It'd be crazy to like see like, oh, there's people looking at me from behind like that. That's crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have two. Okay, it's gonna be a hot one here. We have a Michael Jackson super fan here, Matthew Doe, and a Bruno Mars super fan here, Matt Aldua. Now, I'm a fan of both. I would say equally.
Equally.
I think I would
All
say
right,
equally.
so we got Persuade. Ethan.
Persuade. Okay, I truthfully, I'm not just saying that because of the debate. I like
Yeah.
both of them equally. I would say.
Yeah.
Persuade to me. Okay, let's put it this way.
If Bruno Mars died right now,
No. Let's do it this way. Tomorrow, COVID's not a thing. Tomorrow, there's gonna be there's two concerts happening at Christiana Mall. Bruno Mars and Michael Jackson. I can decide to go to one. Which one should I go to?
at the same time, wow, I'm going to Bruno Mars.
Okay.
easily.
Oh, now I know which one you guys are going to.
Right.
Persuade me which concert I should go to and why.
That's a little different though.
Is that
because
different?
It's a little different because like they're both still alive or whatever. Bruno Mars would be more popping in today's day and age.
Okay.
or
Well.
whatever.
Okay. Let's take that out of the
Well,
equation.
no, you could. I'm about to answer that in that aspect or whatever. Well, Bruno Mars would be more popping in today's because like I feel as though people relate to his music in today's day and age or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson's music or whatever would be more so of the 90s era, 80s era or whatever. So people would be like, oh, I relate to that.
60s, 70s,
But hang
80s.
on,
I don't even know how old
I
it
might
is,
actually
whatever.
disagree
Early
with you there
2000s.
too, though, because
5 decades.
I feel like I'm sure Matt. I feel like his music is timeless.
it's timeless.
No, it's time. Don't get me wrong. It's
I-
timeless. I'm saying this Bruno Mars would be the thing
Let
right
me,
now.
okay, let me ask you this. So are you saying then a Bruno Mars concert and Michael Jackson concert happening in these two same areas? Are you saying more people are going to go to the Bruno Mars concert at this
Yes.
time and day?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
I don't know. I disagree.
Yes.
Oh, I disagree.
No,
I
yes.
disagree.
So
You probably got old heads going to the Michael Jackson concert, but you got people like 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, or whatever.
Oh, I'm
They're going to the Bruno
sorry.
Mars.
No, I big disagree on that.
No,
man.
easily, bro.
No. Everyone would
So-
go to Michael Jackson.
So let me
Dumb.
just break
And
it
they're
down to
idiots.
you right now.
No.
Bro, here's the thing, and let me say something right now.
Okay, yeah.
Michael Jackson or whatever, don't get me wrong, his music is amazing. I love Michael Jackson. But the reason why or whatever, especially because his music is so timeless or whatever, is because of the passing of his death or whatever.
Nah.
Which is, it's a huge contributor. If Bruno Mars died right now, God forgive me for saying this or whatever, Bruno Mars, please don't die. If Bruno Mars died right now, the whole internet would be playing his music or whatever constantly. Same way Michael Jackson gets his stuff played to this day. Am I lying?
I don't think you're on the right track.
No, I am on the right track, bro. People would be playing.
No. Here, okay.
This is
no,
all.
He's
this is
riding
all what
for
if.
his mans.
Here's the
Hear me
thing.
out here.
He's
This
riding
is a
for
what
his
if.
mans right now, and I respect it.
If there was two concerts happening at Christiana Mall, Michael Jackson and Bruno Mars, more people are going to be at the Bruno Mars concert.
Easily.
You are fucking insane. Now, you've said your side of it real quick. Why are more people going to Michael Jackson's side? Explain to him why.
So let's try and just take out like
Baby.
you know the opinionated point of views. Let's take out the subjective ways of thinking about this, right? And let's put in some statistics. How about let's
Love it.
Let's try that. Let's try some statistics, right?
Love it.
Let's try some statistics. So Michael Jackson, the first probably biggest stat is he has the best-selling album of all time.
You can't pull up stats when Bruno
Which album
Mars
is it?
isn't
Which album
done
is it?
yet.
This is Thriller. This
You
is
can't pull up
19
stats when Bruno Mars isn't done yet, bro. He still has like albums to drop and stuff to go, bro. You can't do that.
But what are the?
Are you saying?
There have been many artists, including the Beatles, including Rolling Stones, including
Bruno Mars is our current day Michael Jackson, but better.
I would say Drake is the closest
Shut
thing
up.
to.
Shut up.
And then, you know again subjective.
Shut up.
Yeah, thank you. Shake my hand, yo.
So
like,
well, you know what? Again,
you can say for R&B and rap and stuff
No,
like that.
what's-
Yeah, maybe he's like
What's
I'm not-
fascinating
So-
is that now I agree with you on the maybe he's more of the modern day Michael Jackson than Drake is, in my opinion.
I would say he's the closest. But
Drake?
then people would maybe argue, what about
Are you
Chris
talking
Brown?
style
What about-
wise or success wise?
success-wise, yeah, he could say that.
Success-wise.
I can see maybe success wise, but style wise.
Style? No, not because he doesn't even dance. Of course,
That's
no,
what
of
I was
course.
gonna say,
I'm like,
okay.
that's transparent. That's transparent enough. But like, what I'm looking at it is like, as in regards to success, right? It's like, who's really touching or who's really closest to Michael Jackson right now? Drake. But outside, okay, let's go outside of the hip hop or rap or R&B world. Who's in rock or who's in
I don't
I guess pop? Bruno Mars, I guess you could say, right?
Bruno Mars and pop, yeah. He has a rock song, you could say.
The Weeknd?
Ew. He sucks.
Is The
Super Bowl performance was
Can I
trash,
be
by the way.
honest? I didn't like his Super Bowl performance.
call you when it's hot.
It was
I don't.
ass.
I'm not the
a big
biggest-
Weeknd fan.
I'm not the biggest fan of The Weeknd. There's definitely
What's
a
that
lot
one
of
song
songs
that came out or
enjoy.
whatever?
Michael Jackson at 26, 27 was bringing out hundreds of thousands of people to his hotel.
There was a video.
You don't think Bruno Mars would be able to do that if
Show me a video of that.
bro, because he's gonna hide himself.
Can I
or
say this?
whatever.
Can I say this though? There was a video I saw of Michael Jackson, and like it was like a video of him on stage, and like he was just standing there, and people were
Going crazy.
and he was just staring at people. People were like fainting, and it wasn't even like it was like a skit or anything. Like people were freaking out because this man was just standing.
And I'll
there.
tell you this. Guess what? I'll tell you this.
He has He has Michael Jackson has that star power, and his music.
I'm gonna give you.
Does Bruno Mars not have that?
He does, but
It's not on camera. It's not on camera. Let
me give Michael Jackson credit real quick.
But hang on.
You know that
Bruno Mars has star power, but I don't think to the level Michael Jackson.
Bro,
Nobody
by
has-
the next
nobody
by
had
the
the
next
level.
album he will. If
We'll hold you to that.
and-
We're gonna
and-
hold you to that.
And
then.
I already believe he has that. But
You
by
willing
the
to bet
time
money?
the next
You willing to bet
album,
money to that?
bro, we could bet a lot of money on this.
Bruh.
By the
let me-
next album, whatever, people are going to be treating him like he's current day Michael Jackson. I already think they're doing it now. But let me give Michael Jackson credit real quick. The funniest video I ever seen of Michael Jackson or whatever was when that one fan like jumped on the thing that was like a little like elevator thing.
tried to pull him down.
And he like Michael Jackson like hugged him from behind to make sure he didn't fall. He was like an Asian guy. He was like this, just like like I'm next to Michael Jackson or whatever. Like it was pretty funny or whatever. Like I mean the thing is today's day and age they have security. That's the only reason why Bruno Mars. It would have happened to Bruno Mars.
I don't think that's an excuse, bro.
I was gonna
No,
say
it
I don't
is.
know if that's an excuse.
Let me tell
People
you,
would do
I
it
got
with Bruno
more
Mars.
facts coming to you. Michael Jackson, but when Michael Jackson was younger than Bruno Mars, we're talking early. I'm not early 20s. Yeah,
My man's was
bro.
in the
started his
Jackson.
career a little
My man's
early.
was in the Jackson
Bro,
5.
we could go
bro.
all
He started
day,
his
bro.
career a little later.
Let me
He
go
was
all
in the
day.
Jackson 5.
Not
My
everybody
man
has
was
the opportunity.
Jacksons.
Michael Jackson was 21, 22. Girls were like trying to tug at his hair, and like he was falling down. He was stumbling on stage. People
Unreal,
trying to pull him.
man.
Y'all
Michael
think
Jackson
Bruno
was
Mars now.
Michael Jackson was 28, 29. He had people in the stadium. He had security guards in the stadium carrying people who fainted, who passed out.
Yeah. That was what I saw. in the
Bodies
video.
of people who
Yeah, that's
passed
what I saw.
out. Like, I
Yeah.
was gonna be one of those people. Are you gonna pass out for Bruno Mars? I don't think so.
I don't see myself passing out for any man.
I was gonna pass out for Michael Jackson.
But if I had to pass out for someone, it'd be Bruno Mars.
I swear to God,
Fascinating.
I don't see myself passing out for someone though. I'd probably be like, oh snap.
I don't
this is
pass
so
out.
tough.
I wouldn't pass out for. I would pass out if I saw a ghost. I would pass out if I saw Jesus Christ. I would pass out if I saw Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Sure.
Those three, like top three.
Okay.
I'd pass out if I saw Michael, and I'm sure a lot of people can say that. I don't think a lot of people can say that for Bruno Mars. I truly believe that.
I don't see myself passing out for any man. That's just me though. That's
He tried to
He's taking it there.
He tried to go.
Taking it there.
He tried to go for like the honorable, like manly, like dominant, like
Masculine.
No,
Masculine.
I'm not
I'm
feminine.
straight.
I don't do that. I don't do that. No, I'd fall down. I'd be like, ugh.
you know.
Like I'd still be like.
What was the
that.
closest you ever gotten to Michael Jackson? You think? Was there ever a time where you almost had a chance, or no? Was the only chance was at a farewell concert?
I met Lil Uzi like in person.
You
I dapped
did?
him up. Yeah.
Where?
This is like random. I'm gonna let him finish. I'm sorry.
The closest I ever got to Michael Jackson, unfortunately.
What
I
is the
can't say I
closest you
have,
got to him?
But
Yeah.
there's two scenarios where I guess you could say I've gotten
Like
somewhat
if,
close.
what if?
If.
Like if it were to happen, what happened
This
here?
is gonna sound silly.
Sure.
A lot of people don't. You know the rapper Common? He's like
Yeah.
rapper
yeah,
actor.
Yeah, common. Yeah.
Common came to talk at UD like a year and a half ago, before like right before coronavirus
Wow.
started. Yeah, he came to talk. I saw him there. He saw me get up. Common saw me. We made eye contact.
Oh,
if
shit.
Common, if you ever see this,
Get the
he
fuck
might. He
outta
might.
here.
I swear, he might deny it, right? Because obviously he probably won't remember me. I was like the only person getting up out of the auditorium at UD because I had to go catch the bus. I had to go home, so I didn't have a car. I got up, right? I got my book bag on. It takes you a minute to get to the other side of the auditorium. I saw him look at me. Like, oh, you leaving? Like, he looked and glanced.
He didn't say
and looked
anything? He
no,
just
no,
looked at
no,
you?
I'm far away. Like,
So you know what's funny? You can tell people Common looked at you.
Common looked at the very least, he looked in my direction.
He acknowledged your presence.
And who else was he looking
Yeah,
at if not me? I'm the only one
sure.
walking up.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
I could assume that Common probably met Michael Jackson at some point.
Oh, so he's connecting it this way.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
What,
oh my
you know
God.
what?
Hey,
You know what's funny?
You met Joe Biden.
So you know what's funny? It's funny you say that. I tell myself the same thing when I met Joe Biden and shook
And
his.
he probably met Michael
But here's,
Jackson.
here's the thing: when I shook Joe Biden's hand, the first thought that went in my head was like, he has shook powerful people's hands.
There's a good chance that you have
Kim Jong,
bacteria.
maybe Kim Jong Un, Putin. He shook Putin's hand for 100%.
Easy.
And I'm just like, when I'm shaking his hand, I'm like, that's a powerful handshake, man. There's a lot behind this
You
handshake.
probably touched
There's
bacteria
a lot, man.
from Kim Jong Un, Barack Obama,
Yep.
Christina Aguilera,
Yep.
any of those guys. It's possible
For sure.
The second thing is my mom. Back in like right before I was born, my mom used to work at this place called Captain's Deck in Claymont, Delaware.
Okay.
And
I
this
think
is
I
like a
heard that.
nursing home.
Yeah.
And the guy who was in The Color Purple, like the old like black caretaker dude,
Okay.
she met him. She came. He had like dinner there and all that stuff. I think 'cause he had relatives that lived there, and she met him. I know he had to have met Michael Jackson back when he was like maybe
Yeah,
back
yeah.
when Michael
I
was
see.
maybe like
I
15.
see where you're going
You know what I
with
mean?
this.
So
I
those
see
are the
where
only
you're
two
going with this.
scenarios
Yeah.
that I have. But like, nah, man. And that's one of the and to be serious on 2 seconds, like that's one of like the biggest like downers in my life where it's like, dang, I never got to meet or interact with Michael Jackson. You know, like that was a goal of mine. You know, and you know.
So to kind of go back to it, do you think when Bruno Mars does pass, his legacy will be more known than Michael
Easily.
Jackson's? Fascinating.
What do you think
How many?
about that?
I know.
Well,
no.
you can't
Not
really-
even close.
You can't
No.
no, you can't really blame, like, it's gonna be more so like, okay, like Michael Jackson's like a little thing of the past, like Bruno Mars is gonna be the thing at that time or whatever. People are literally gonna have like memorials and all this other crazy stuff for like Bruno Mars when he passes, like the day he passes or whatever. Like it's not even the fact that we're forgetting Michael Jackson, it's just the fact that we're gonna give Bruno Mars all
But you
this
think his
time
legacy
plus
will be
him.
bigger?
Yes.
I'll tell you right now.
Fascinating.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's not fair. Well, it's not even that the fact that you can say what's fair or whatever, but like Michael Jackson had a head start, bro. Like he was dropping music ever since he was a kid. Bruno Mars literally.
Well, no,
he moved from
I look at it like
Hawaii.
so.
He moved from Hawaii to California, gambling money.
Bro,
money.
Bruno Mars was on TV when he was like 5 or 6.
Bro, he
had
was-
a
I think
chance.
he was.
He was.
He
He
had
was
a
an
chance.
Elvis. He was an
He
Elvis.
was.
He was
was.
an Elvis impersonator, but he wasn't making no money off of that. He literally moved to
but he was on
California
TV though.
to
No,
start his
I
career.
will battle you with this.
To start his career in music, Michael Jackson already had a set career in music by that time or whatever.
because of his family, you're saying maybe.
I don't know.
Was it
I
because of
don't-
his family?
he was
Was his
in,
family already popping, and then he was able to?
Bro, nah.
How
Bro,
did he
what's
even-
what's
how
the
did that
history?
start? I don't know how
What is the
I don't know how
history
they started.
behind that?
bro, literally, bro.
How did he get his start?
Bruno
Yeah.
Mars and Michael Jackson probably had the same identical startup. They both had families in the entertainment and music, like music scene. They were performing like covers.
Who was
and
Bruno
stuff like
Mars's?
that.
No,
Who was
but-
Bruno
but-
Mars's ticket to fame? How did he get in?
He-
His
Like,
mom and his dad, so he's half Filipino,
who was
half
his connections?
half Filipino, half Hawaiian, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
And they started out. Him and
Well,
his family
he's,
started
like,
touring out.
Hispanic too. He's Puerto Rican and like he's like he's like a concoction of like everything
Yeah, a
or
lot of
whatever.
things,
Like
sure.
it's weird.
Okay, from like what 5-6 years old. He started touring with his family. I think he
No,
started in like right. He was
no.
touring. He was doing like shows at that
No,
age.
there were
5 years old.
shows at the same place or whatever, and he was just an Elvis impersonator. That's all he was, bro. It's
it was-
not like
and it was-
people.
it was at
I will
Westlake.
say,
It's not like
okay,
people
now,
were recording him or whatever and was like, oh, da 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 da. We're coming to Hawaii just to watch Lil Bruno Mars like perform. Michael Jackson was in what was the group? I'm sorry,
Jackson 5.
Jackson 5 or whatever. They were already like doing tours and all this other crazy stuff and like that at the time, whatever. That's not fair.
I feel like they started out the exact same and they had the exact same.
The only
approach.
thing I will say is, okay, Bruno Mars did start, as the Elvis impersonator kid. If people did recognize him as like, oh, this kid's popping, he would have been caught by that point, and then he would have started up by now. Someone saw him, and that footage went around, and it didn't spark anything.
Now check it out though. Check it out.
But
The
I don't
thing
know.
about-
I'm supposed to get hyped when I see a little Elvis impersonator, be like, I'm gonna go to this concert or whatever. Like, what?
If it matters at all, understand that before Michael Jackson and Jackson 5 got big, when he was like 6 or 7, they were doing cover songs. That they might as well be impersonating, right?
Well, no, I will
They weren't
say
doing their own
no.
songs.
You know what? Now I'll go with Med on this side a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Michael Jackson did get a bit of an easier start than Bruno did.
I just don't understand how. I just don't get how.
He was put in the Jackson 5, and then the Jackson 5 is popping at those
But they
times.
no,
Bruno
'cause-
Mars didn't get put in any sort of band or situation.
He only
like that.
became a thing or whatever when he started writing music for other people when he moved to California or whatever. People that like
Would
Adele.
you not say, okay, now, yeah, sure.
B.O.B..
Would you not say Michael Jackson was just kind of given, like the
Yes,
success at first, and then he was able to build it in his own? Would you not?
He had a talent. Wait, let me finish this. He had a talent or whatever, and he had the spotlight. So
and
at the
then-
young age, so he had the talent and the spotlight.
and it paid off. And now here's the thing: it did pay off, and we were able to get like millions of his arts and talents
Yeah.
throughout years of his music. But he got it, I think, maybe an easier start than Bruno did. Bruno, I think maybe didn't get that easy of a start, so that's why he started a little later. Maybe we can throw a little more respect.
Imagine having to gamble or whatever, like poker and stuff like that, to pay off your rent.
We can throw a little more respect towards Bruno's game because he kind of worked for what he had to get.
Yup.
Was Michael Jackson not just kind of given to him at the fucking young age?
Yup.
No. And I'll say
Okay,
this.
okay, no. Let him educate us. Go.
No.
Educate us.
Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5 were also in a, I guess you could say a substantially destitute poverty situation. They lived on 2300 Jackson Street. They lived in a 2-bedroom house with about 11 people.
Okay.
That's pretty poor. Would you say? That's pretty poor.
Sure.
And
He
they
had
were
the
touring
spotlight.
around.
We're not talking about his financial situation.
How
we're
about
talking
this?
about
No.
this.
How
We're
about
talking
this?
about
How
this.
about this? Let me toss this question at you.
I think he
Do
definitely had to work for it.
you think young Michael Jackson, as he was in the Jackson 5, would have made it big if he wasn't with his family? Look, take the Jackson 4 out of the equation. Just leave him by himself. Do you think he would have made it as big as he did now if the other 4 Jacksons weren't there with him?
It's possible because he made it big after them.
It's possible, yeah.
It's very possible because he
Okay.
became
Sure.
It would have been the same route as Bruno Mars, though. He would have had to go through everything Bruno Mars went through.
He became like the patriarch of the family after the whole Jackson 5 era. And he came through and dominated not only his family as being the top gun, but the entire music industry as being the top gun. In like 1982, Michael Jackson was the most famous person probably in the world, besides like Princess Diana. Like literally, like I've watched like hundreds of documentaries, and it looks like nobody back in like literally. I feel like people can touch Bruno Mars right now.
Dumb.
People can touch Bruno Mars.
No,
Drake
no, they cannot.
can touch Bruno Mars.
No,
What, bro?
no, Drake in a success.
Drake's higher than
yes.
Bruno Mars.
Yes, in success,
Right?
yeah.
I like
In
Bruno
popularity
Mars better,
too, though.
I like Bruno better though.
Do you think that Drake is higher than Michael Jackson?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Are you shitting me?
But
No
he's-
way.
He's the closest thing to Michael Jackson, I think, right now. In regards to the pop world.
Success-wise.
Success-wise.
Success-wise. I want to keep saying that. Style-wise, no.
But bro-
I hate Drake's style. I hate it.
I'm a Drake stan. Just letting you guys know. Shout out
You
Drake.
saying that,
Six,
but
six, six, six.
I remember once I called him.
I want to let Drake know if you see this, bro. 666. I do better with the rider in my system.
Ooh.
I remember.
That's hot.
I caught Matt.
On deck
He was
when
swearing that he was a Drake
you
stan or
call
whatever. I
me,
said,
I'll
"Yo, sing this
listen.
song right now." He said, "Bro, I don't know what that song is." I forgot what song it was or whatever. I'm like, you can't be a Drake stan.
Cell phone.
Dun, 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 dun. No, but that wasn't the song or whatever.
Yeah,
He was
sure.
like, oh, da, da, da. It was like an OG. It was like an OG from his mixtape Drake song.
Sure.
If you ask me, sing a Bruno Mars song, any Bruno Mars song, I could give you the lyrics automatically or whatever.
Well, no, but you didn't question on Michael Jackson then. He could sing any Michael Jackson
No,
song.
but I'm saying for Drake, for example.
I'll stop being such an advocate for Michael Jackson. I'll be not so biased in this section. In this, I don't know every single Michael Jackson song.
I know every single Bruno Mars song.
Cat.
Well, okay, here's the thing.
Cat.
Now, hang on. You can't.
I don't believe it.
No,
Try
hang
me.
on. Time out.
Try me.
Time out. You can't put that at the same level. Bruno Mars has had probably Michael Jackson has thousands of songs, a bunch of songs, right? I'm sure.
That's true.
Not compared to Bruno. Now you
But
can
I would
you,
know- I
you
would
can
know every
rattle
single
off
song
you can rattle
regardless.
off all of Bruno's songs because compared to Michael's, it's like this much. You know, Michael's
Yeah,
is probably
his cat
this
That's
much.
true.
His
But that's what I'm
discography-
saying. Like Bruno Mars still has a way to go, and by the time
Sure.
he dies, bro, he's
Do you
gonna
think
top
his legacy will
Michael
be
Jackson.
bigger than MJ's?
He's only 30
I don't
something,
think
bro.
it will.
He still has time, bro. He still has time to exceed.
He hasn't
him or
put anything
whatever.
out lately though. What was the last thing he put? That thing with Cardi
We
B.
were in high school. We
But
were in
the
high
thing-
school when he dropped his
He
last
He did
album.
something
high
with
school.
Cardi B though recently,
It's
didn't
like,
he? I didn't like that, man.
And it's not even
20,
like
don't get me
Sweet baby.
24K and what was the most
24 karat. It was
24K and the Versace on the floor one was that 24K?
yeah. That's on
Yeah, that was
Oh, that was
album.
24K. That was
album.
24K.
24K is definitely probably like my top 20 favorite albums of all time.
Versace on the floor is one of my favorites.
I gotta give it to.
I can name any song from any album.
I mean, I don't know the song, so I can't.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah.
know the songs, so I can't do that.
I'm just saying.
There's that for me from coming.
You know,
from,
I want to leave it to people who are listening right now. I'll put this portion of this on Instagram too. I want to start a poll. We'll start a poll.
No, bro, they're gonna just vote Michael Jackson just because seniority.
Not just because though.
No, bro, I've done this before, and like people
Bro,
are
the
gonna
facts
give
are
Michael
just there,
Jackson the
bro.
benefit of the doubt, bro. Like it's not because I genuinely think that Michael Jackson is better. It's no because this guy is older and he died.
hey, man,
That's not it.
No, it is.
It's
It
not because
is.
he's older and he died. I'm sorry. It's
No,
not
but
why.
don't get me wrong. His music is amazing. I'm not trying to downgrade it, but some people won't think for themselves. It's
You're
like,
saying- so hang on.
Because my aunt or whatever said that Michael Jackson is the best singer alive or whatever. I have to
You're
say
saying
it too.
so. Hang on. You're saying if he was alive right now, people wouldn't be voting for him in a poll.
Easily. I already said this earlier.
So okay, hang on. Okay, let's break it down again. Michael Jackson and Bruno Mars are alive at the same time. You're saying people are gonna say Bruno's better than Michael at the time they're both alive.
Michael Jackson's
Yes.
concert,
No,
the population at his
No.
concert, the amount of people attending his
Yeah.
concert will trump Bruno Mars's concert.
Trump.
It's
Yeah, I will agree with that.
certain.
Cap.
Cap, show us the proof. Text us some proof later. Show us.
How
the
can I show
on
you
that.
proof or whatever? There's not gonna be a concert at Christiana Mall.
Well, from the time. Well, no, not saying. Oh, he's saying, and there is proof of this. The concerts that Michael Jackson has had
Word.
hundreds
Hundreds
and thousands. Bruno,
His
what
last
is-
tour, every single show
maybe
sold out.
100,000.
Every single stadium sold out.
We should. We should do
look
research.
it up.
on
Look it
this
up. No, you can look it
afterwards.
up. Every
I
single
don't know
stadium
right now, yeah.
sold out.
Did Bruno Mars do Wembley?
What is that?
Wembley's in. I got facts, bro.
No.
But pretty much everybody. No, I'm gonna leave a poll. I'm just curious. Maybe more people will say Michael Jackson, but I don't think it's because of the reason you think. I just think because I think he's
Imagine if Bruno Mars today died. Who would people vote for?
Michael Jackson.
No,
Jackson.
Bruno.
I'm sorry. No, Michael. People will
It's
pick Michael Jackson,
bro.
man.
I don't, bro.
Even if
man.
Bruno, don't get me wrong. I'm not.
Bruno Mars
I'm
is
not
a
trying.
very
I'm not
respectable
trying to
artist,
shit on
bro.
Bruno's game. We're not trying to shit on his game. It's respectable, and he's made great music.
Bro,
but I'm telling you, if Bruno died today, bro, people are still picking Michael Jackson, bro.
Bro,
Cap.
let me tell you this right now, bro.
Oh yeah.
Let me
yeah.
tell you, and I'm really about to drop a real bomb right now, bro.
Yeah.
People can agree
Let's
with this.
wrap it up with this. Yeah, let's wrap it up with this. What are your final statements? Yeah.
You're a hardcore Bruno Mars fan, but I'm gonna tell you this right now, just to think outside the box. Bruno Mars himself would tell you that Michael Jackson is way bigger. I'm telling you, Bruno Mars himself would say, "Yo, man,
That's just him being humble, though.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not,
It's just him being humble.
bro." Michael Jackson was like, you got like Jesus Christ. You got Martin Luther King, right, bro, like right though, like, and Michael Jackson is like he's like top 5, bro.
Yeah.
Top 5 like figures of like the
Of human
entire history.
I'm going to a
I'm-
Michael Jackson concert before
Yeah.
Bruno Mars one. 100%. Yeah.
Hey, I don't make it up, man.
100%.
I don't make this up.
That's where my decision would go.
I don't make these decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Yo,
Much-
shout out Michael
yeah.
Jackson.
Okay, but I'm gonna wrap. We're gonna wrap things up here, everybody. We're hitting the 2-hour 45 mark. I'm gonna chop this up big time, but yeah. Again, thanks to Matt and Med for coming on. They're gonna hop back on again.
Sure.
We're
Part
gonna
three.
have James Churu
Jokes.
on. James, if you're listening to this, we're gonna have you on the next one. But
King
Matt,
Reed.
I want to leave with a little thing, and we're gonna carry on to this. Don't. I want to see just your initial reaction to what I'm about to say,
Whoa,
and then we're
I'm scared,
gonna
but, like,
pass
I
it
don't
on
know.
to the next thing. You're not gonna like this. I want to see Med's reaction too. Michael Jackson is iconic. He's the man, right? And I would go to his
I
concert.
feel like I never know where this is going.
I would go to his concert before Bruno Mars,
Okay, go ahead.
but
His legacy. Okay, go ahead.
was he not accused of things?
Yes, he was.
Now. Just give me your initial. Yeah. Just give me your initial things. Like, he's iconic and all, but take on. Okay, I want to keep this short and simple. All right.
Short and simple.
Do you believe those things or no? Yes or no?
No.
You don't believe he did those things. 100%. He did none of those things.
He did none of those things.
Okay.
He's innocent.
I don't think I believe in him either.
He's innocent
Okay,
until
sure.
proven. I'll say this. Long story short, he's innocent until proven guilty. When he beat the trial, case closed.
Okay. We will continue.
That's a dangerous thing to say nowadays, innocent till proven guilty. Just
It
saying.
is.
It's a dangerous thing to say nowadays.
But I'm biased.
Sure, you are biased.
Okay,
So until next time, everybody. When these two guys are on, again, this has been episode 10 of the Ethan Hahn Plus One podcast. I'm gonna wrap things up here. I'm gonna say this has been Ethan Hahn. You say plus and you say 2, and then we'll cut it from there. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for listening to our fun topics. These guys will make a return with our 4th guest star, James Churu. And remember to subscribe, listen to me on Spotify and on Apple.
Everything, y'all. Come on, man. Show some love.
And thank you for tuning into Ethan Hahn.
Plus.
2.
Well done, gentlemen.